All right, what's going on, everyone? We finally got, I would say, some legitimate Star Wars content that's just not news and rumors. We finally get the trailer for Mando and Grogu, and to be honest, it's exciting that we're eventually going to get Star Wars back on the big screen come next year. But at the same time, I can't help but feel this movie feels like a TV movie. That's my biggest concern going into this, that it'll just feel like an extended Mandalorian episode. Whereas if we're putting this on the big screen, I hope the budget's there, the stakes are there, the spectacle is there to make it all worthwhile. So I've been avoiding details as to what this movie's about. I think there's been a few leaks that have been out there, but let's get into this. This is, I believe, Jon Favreau's obviously doing this. I hope they do a good job with this one, because I think Mando season 3 was definitely a step down from the prior two seasons. And the interesting thing will be, how does this movie, how is that going to tie into the events of Ahsoka and Ahsoka season 2 coming up, and then eventually Dave Filoni's movie that will hopefully tie all these threads together. So without further ado, let's check it out. All right, so it was a decent little trailer. Didn't really spoil a whole lot, which I'm typically in favor for, because I'd like to be as surprised in the theater as possible. But in the same in the same sense, did it super excite you? I don't know. We're still about 9 months out. Is that what it is? 9 months out till the actual thing. So we'll probably get more in-depth trailers from there. But we got some AT-AT action going on, which that's always good eye candy, and I feel Star Wars could always use seeing with walkers. There's this like arena scene, which kind of harkens back to the beginning of Mando, season 2 or season 3, where they're in the pits fighting, or there's the fighting with the bounty hunters. Anyways, this guy here looks like the hologram chess guy, the Dejarik character in the Millennium Falcon. It'll be interesting if that is the creature in real life, because that's a cool neat little Easter egg. But Mando again finds himself fighting in an arena. We see some huts in there as well, so we're going to obviously be going through the bounty hunter underground a little bit in this movie. It looks like, the beginning we see them staking out obviously an Imperial base. Sigourney Weaver's character is introduced, and she's part of the rebellion. Obviously on her uniform, and you can see in the back of the shop there, we see the Rebel Alliance symbol. This is probably the same base where we saw Zeb at the end of season 3, and then there's a quick shot of Zeb right there, which is cool. Zeb was a great character in Rebels. It'll be awesome to see him going. He has his staff going. I'm pretty excited for Zeb's introduction, especially if he's going to be a decent role in this movie. So outside of that, and other than that, the Razor Crest is back, and that kind of sums up a tidy little trailer. Not a lot of details of plot, and just enough to whet your appetite and get excited for Star Wars back on the big screen. Let me know in the comments if you are excited for Mandalorian and Grogu and what you thought of the trailer, and if there's anything I missed. Peace out, everyone.